First, there were emperors and empresses, and then there were kings and queens, and then there were governments. We've always been under some kind of control, humanity. Some kind of control with sinister agendas. Always trying to oppress humanity. Always trying to create a social caste system. When we are all equal. We are all one in the eyes of our Creator. I hope you are well, conscious weirdo. You conscious weirdo collective, you. I hope you are well. I'm sending you as much love, energy, as much truth, energy, as much heart, energy, as much freedom, energy. I'm sending it to you. I hope you feel it. And I feel yours too, and I thank you so much. Thank you so much for paying me with your attention. I'm so grateful for you. I'm coming to the realization. I posted a video some months back saying that I thought, and I had some visions too last year, that the change that we need in this world will come from within these systems of control. The pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, the entity that governs our mental state of mind. But it has become very clear to me that these systems don't need to be reformed. They need to collapse. They need to fall apart in order for us to ascend, in order for us to build our new earth. You hear me? Are you hearing me? They need to fall apart. I spoke a little bit in my last video about how I think that, the narcissists in this world are here to teach us lessons, right? Here to awaken us. And of course, that is all part of the cycle. It's all part of these cycles that we're going through. These cleansing cycles, these renewing cycles. However, part of those cycles they created this. They created this energy vampirism within humanity, within all of these systems, in order to better control us, keep us in suffering and trauma, sorrow, struggle, so that while we are hurt by this beast system, we also hurt each other. And it all needs to fall apart. This cycle needs to come to an end. Someone told me last year, when all this convid shit started, somebody that I suspect is very high on the narcissistic spectrum, the malignant narcissistic spectrum. This is a person who knows what narcissism is. They know what they are inside. And they told me, you're focusing too much on the government. That they're out to get you. In so many words, calling me a conspiracy theorist. And I kind of took it to heart. I analyzed and said, really? Am I really doing this? And it's taken me a little over a year to know for sure. I know for sure that this entity that governs our mental, because that's what government means, to control, to govern the mind, mental, to control our minds. They are not here to help us, and they never have been. They never have been. And I tell you what, with all of the dealings that I've had to do with the judicial system in the last 5 months, I'm coming to the realization that so many people, even those within the system, are completely indoctrinated. And if they're not indoctrinated, they are high on the narcissistic spectrum, and they don't care what they're doing to humanity. They don't care what they're doing to people. They don't care that they're taking away people's livelihoods, oppressing people, keeping them down because they get a paycheck. They get a paycheck, and they're not willing to stand up for humanity and sacrifice that paycheck. And that became really apparent to me when I had a bench trial. Let's check this out, okay? The animal Gestapo. That's what I call them now, animal control. They've showed up at my house a couple times to issue me citations for not vaccinating my elderly dogs. Okay, mind you, one of my dogs is 14, the other one is 17, and they both have a multitude of health issues. The oldest one weighs 8 pounds, no teeth, blind, deaf, almost completely blind and deaf. He still hears a little bit when I scream. He still sees shadows because he flinches when things are in front of his face, but he's not quite sure. He has a giant tumor on his rectum the size of a tangerine. Okay, he weighs 8 pounds. Just measure that out. The vet says he's lucky to be alive. He's lucky that that tumor is not blocking his anal passageway or whatever. He's lucky to be alive. And even through court, through several court dates, explaining to the state's attorney, explaining to animal control that I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not putting any more poison in him, because the rabies vaccine for animals, which I'm going to touch base on in another video, is a complete scam. A complete scam. And it is poison, what we are putting into our animals. Okay? Literally. Thimerosal, I don't know how you pronounce it because I've only read about it, is over 50% mercury. Formaldehyde, monosodium glutamate. These are all things that are put into the rabies vaccine for animals. And this whole agenda pushed by the Veterinarians Association. I've made these things known to animal control. I've made these things known to the courts after going there time after time. And still, I was convicted. I have a conviction for not wanting to poison my dogs anymore. They don't care. They don't care. Judge didn't care. State's attorney was a cunt. Animal control, liars. Literal liars. They lied about things. They don't care. Because they're getting a paycheck. And now their time is done. They're done. I will single-handedly expose the animal control in my county very soon for their dirty doings. Every time I go to court, I see someone who is paying a fine for not vaccinating their animal. And I'm telling you, they showed up at my house 3 months after they were overdue. It's not like I went a couple of years, nothing like that. Oh, no. And the county animal control, and the county government, they work together. They work together with the Veterinarians Association. And so after going through all of this, a couple weeks ago, I have come to the conclusion that these people, they don't care. They don't care. They are biased because they're getting a paycheck. They're getting paid to poison animals, to force people to poison animals, to impose fines and take away people's livelihoods. They don't care. And the more that I deal with the court system, I realize they're a bunch of fucking bullies. They're bullies. And they don't care what they're doing to humanity. They don't care that they're taking away people's livelihood, which is a constitutional violation, okay? Because we have the right, unalienable right, God-given right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They don't care. I don't think that the changes are going to come from within the system, okay? Starseed, way shower, because you know that we're all spread out. We're all spread out to make changes where we live. There's a lot fewer of us than there are flying monkeys, people going along with these agendas and pushing them and hurting people for a reason. Which means to me is that in the system, within this judicial system, within the pharmaceutical industry, within the medical industry, the major corporations that are pushing this poison food, poison water, poisoning our air. I'm sure there are star seeds within that system, right? But they are just as spread out as we are. I know there's a lot of whistleblowers, and that's great, right? But I don't think that this system is going to be reformed. I think that it needs to collapse. We need to be done with these entities that govern our mental state of mind. That is the Great Awakening, where we snap out of it and realize that we are being controlled by people who are supposed to be public servants, by people that are supposed to be helping us, and they're not doing that. They're hurting us, and they don't care because they're getting a paycheck to do it. It needs to all collapse, and we need to rebuild anew. Sorry, I'm like I went to court today. Granted, the outcome wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be, but I'm in for a fight that I'm going to lose, because the judge is biased, state's attorney is biased. They're getting paid. They don't care about real justice. They don't care about the real well-being of humanity. They care about getting a paycheck. They care about being loyal to that crown. Because if they show mercy to one person, they're going to have to show mercy to a lot of people. They're going to have to change their ways. They're going to have to stand up, make sacrifices. They won't do that because then they won't get their paycheck anymore, right? Sorry, a mosquito flying. It's just becoming very, very apparent to me that we all need to stand up. Once we all start becoming aware of what is really going on here with the entire beast system, and I'm not just talking about the government, right? I'm talking about the major corporations, pharmaceutical industry, medical industry. I'm ready for change. Are you ready for change? The more we become aware, all of us, the more we ascend, the more we realize that we are free beings. We are free. We are children of our Creator. They are not the boss of us. They are not our authority. And they never have been. And they won't be in the future. And the more that we all stand up, the more that we ascend into our spiritual truth, the more we make changes, the changes that need to be made. You know what I'm saying? Do you hear me? Wait, shower? And we can make changes just sitting on our living room couch. You can make changes right here and right here and right here. That's how we make changes. We build ourselves. We build our confidence. We stand up for ourselves. We make our truth heard. And we speak it wherever we go. Activate other people. Activate other people's DNA. And they activate us. And through the collective consciousness, the collective brain of humanity, that's how we make changes. We take their power away by gaining ours as sovereign beings of God, our Creator. I'm just getting real tired, man. I tell you, I've been analyzing this system for a long time. A long time. I'm saying like 20 years, okay? I have seen this system for what it is, this beast system, all of it. All of it. Pharmaceutical industry, medical industry, the government. I have seen it for what it is for a very long time, and I'm tired. My soul is tired. Old soul, we've been coming here a long time, and we've been dealing with this a long time. And that's why we're here now. You starseed, you beautiful starseed, way shower, truth speaker. We're here to make changes for humanity, for the better, for our future. In this beautiful great awakening, in this beautiful age of Aquarius. The time is now. We build ourselves, we build our strength, we find our skills, our gifts, our talents that we have to offer this world that doesn't involve being a slave to a corporation. And we build and we create our own. And as we build ourselves, find our truths and speak our truths, this whole system will fall apart. It will fall apart. It already is. It's supposed to. Anyway. So the whole point of this great awakening, this ending of a cycle, a huge cycle that's been going on for thousands of years and controlling so many souls here. It's done. It's over. Sorry. I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. I've been ready a long time. And I know you have too, old soul. It's 18 minutes in. If you're still here, you know what I'm talking about. You feel me. You resonate. I hope that you're staying strong. And I hope that you're speaking your truth. Standing in your truth. Not getting that poison jab. Taking care of yourself. I thank you so much for paying me with your attention. I love you. I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. If you need anything at all, you feel free to message me. Leave a comment. Email me, alisoul11@gmail.com. Ali Therese on Facebook. Ali Soul on Snapchat. Ali Soul11 on Instagram. Anything you want to talk about, I'm here for you. Even if you want to talk about your cat's UTI. Bro, I got really good remedies for that. Really good home remedies. You be well. You be well and you stay strong. You spiritual freedom fighter. Be well.